It's an interesting one because in psychological terms, we talk about process goals versus outcome goals. And actually sport is quite driven by process goals.
Yeah.
You don't want to think about how you're going to perform on the day. What you want to think about is what are we doing in this training session? What am I trying to achieve? What's the goal of this session? What am I trying to achieve from this particular skill? And then the outcome comes from it. But actually in real life, to some extent, to overcome that fear, what you've got to think about is the outcome. Don't think about it's not how am I going to get through today. Just think about when I get through today, it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm going to be really glad that I achieved it. And it's the outcome that you're looking for.
And it's kind of for me within the rugby, as I classed it, was I could only ever really feel like I could be myself and do something that I'd always wanted to do between two whistles. And that was the whistle to kick off and the whistle to end. And sometimes before it, I would have to be very robotic, and I'd have to, do what everybody else said, do what the coach said, be within the warm-up, be within the structure, be in the right place at the right time. And then the whistle would start, and all of a sudden, the structure was there, but you had free rein to break the structure. And it could be the most freeing feeling ever, the most amazing, and that's why I loved playing rugby.
Yeah.
Like, training was great, and the structure was all good, but that freedom between two whistles is purely amazing, because that's the time where I can say, for the last 10, 15 years of my life, I've been taught to do something, and I've been taught a lot. Now, within these two whistles, within this 80 minutes, I can try and do everything that I've learned in 15 years.
Yeah.
And that's a really powerful feeling to try and encapsulate and grasp. And some people don't actually get it because they feel that the person that was the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday person had to be that Saturday person. And that's the difference I feel between good players and great players. Great players can actually free themselves between the whistles. Good players will just go through the process.
And listening to that, it strikes me that is about control. And perhaps one of the things between being in a career and being out of a career is actually that you're in control. And with that control, you have confidence, you are happy.
Yeah.
But as soon as you move out of that structure, all of a sudden the control goes.
Yeah.
What am I doing today? Who am I? Where am I going?
Yeah.
And perhaps it's the control which is the key issue.
Yeah, and I think most athletes, most elite athletes are control freaks. Because they control their environment.
Yeah.
They control their diet, they control their sleep, they control everything to perfection.
Yeah.
Because they want to be the best. So you do become a control freak, and all of a sudden when that ability to control something is taken away from you, it's just another factor that adds to a dark place.
Yeah.
And trying to get that control back when all of a sudden you don't have the power that you had as a professional athlete becomes an impossibility.
Yeah. And so, I mean, obviously, and we'll chat about this later maybe, that you're continuing to challenge yourself. But for me, sport, exercise, physical activity, I spend much of my time now talking about the importance of that in both physical, mental and emotional health and social health, is that actually you don't have to be the Welsh captain or the Lions captain to gain everything that you get from that environment, from sport and exercise and physical activity. I mean, and I think we share the same view, is that's why exercise is so important for us. It's much more than just getting out and exercising. It offers us that control, that structure, which enables us to take a very positive approach to our own personal lives.
For sure, yeah. And I've done a lot of stuff. I've done a lot of stuff in Wales, in particular, with getting people active, because I found, kind of in the reverse of professional life, is if you get people who have a good professional work life, not involved in sport, and you get them active, then actually they become a hell of a lot better within their work environment.
Yeah.
They become a lot more driven, they become a lot more professional. So to me, personally, not that just sport was my life, but to me, sport is I feel, the key element to overcome most things within this world, whether it be health, or even to a point whether it be political, because you have sports people, I feel, have a lot more influential voices to say to people to be active, or to say to people to make change in any way, shape or form, than any other people on this planet. To me, sport is the one thing that whether people don't participate in it, will potentially follow, will have a favourite person, will have a favourite team. Sport is the one thing that as a world probably unites everyone within some grasp.
Yeah.